Good morning or good evening or wherever you're from, but we have a new patch happening on Thursday, and we already have the patch notes for this patch on Thursday when the new season is starting, when Switch 2 is coming out, when that festival is starting. So luckily, also at the same time, we're gonna have a new balance patch. So I'm gonna jump blindly into it to see what this is all about. And apparently we're starting with RAYQUAZA getting a 10% HP increase. Makes a lot of sense, especially also in tournaments. RAYQUAZA gets flipped in ranked, RAYQUAZA gets flipped. The thing is, your teammates will probably still flip it, doesn't matter what, which is pretty bad. They're still gonna go for it. Maybe the 10 HP won't matter too much either. But them seeing it tempting of stopping RAYQUAZA to just be ripped on spawn, make it a bit more difficult, maybe gives, the enemy team a bit more time to KO people, to get them away from Ray. I like it. We also have Zapdos, but I mean, yeah. I don't know why we're talking about Zapdos when we're hopefully getting first to 500 eventually. But yeah, okay, Zapdos also getting a 10% HP increase, which, I mean, no one of us plays Remote Stadium, right? So, doesn't really matter unless it's for first to 500. Which in China has already Kyogre and Groudon, where Zapdos doesn't even exist currently, so yeah. Okay, sure, but this is nice. Might also make the World Championship more exciting to watch, hopefully, because there's a lot of teams who just flip it on spawn. It's gonna have like, how much is it? Like 3,000 more HP, right? That's a good amount. We'll see if that's going to matter. Then on to our first Pokemon, Lucario getting a buff. And not just one buff. Cooldown of its shield passive down to 45 seconds. This used to be very low when Lucario came out. Bone Rush damage increased by 33 to 38%. And also lower cooldown. Well, Overlord is going to just be happy about this and the World Championship coming up. Oh my, oh my. That's I mean, Bone Rush doesn't do a lot of damage, but still, that sounds very good. Close Combat also, 15% increase in healing. And also Unite move having less energy. Wow. Okay, Lucario. I mean, I think I still like Lucario. That is a surprise. Didn't expect to get him to get 4 buffs at the same time. That is massive. I'm always happy to play Lucario, so I'm gonna look forward to it, but I'm also not happy to play against good Lucarios. It's always pain. Then we have Galarian Rapidash. Past the Veil, shield increased by 25%, so 25% increased shield. And then also Fairy Wind getting a 45% base damage increase. Maybe that makes it finally viable. That sounds like a lot, but then also the base damage just literally did not exist. It literally did not exist. I don't think we need to buff this, because Rapidash with Gleam and also called Smart Strike is in a pretty good spot. It has a very good win rate currently. I know people don't like it. When I post Rapidash videos, they get no views at all, I feel like. But Rapid Strike and Gleam is pretty good. Fairy Wind, maybe finally playable. Next up, we have Cinderace, which is getting a up to 600 HP buff on level 15. But I already see the more exciting part. Pyro Ball attack animation shortened. That sounds very good, hopefully. Because it does very suck how long it takes for Pyro Ball to come out. Cinderace is standing there. So if that is much faster now, that'd be very cool. I would definitely like to play some Pyro Ball Cinderace. It is a fun move. Sadly, it has been very mid for very long. So maybe I can change something. And I already see something I don't like seeing. Please don't have an up arrow. Don't up arrow. No, no up arrow, please. No! No. They're buffing Greedent. No. I'm scared. Okay. What does Green get? More defense, more special defense. Bullet Seed will now resume shooting seeds if the move is interrupted by hindrances, as long as the bottom button is held down. You can no longer cancel Bullet Seed. Wow. Oh my. That is, okay. And Belch getting also a animation shortened, but does less damage. Interesting. I mean, those are buffs I like seeing. Like the Pyro Ball, Belch, making animations shorter, making actually something matter. I like seeing much more than just, here's more damage, here's less damage. So that's still exciting, I guess. And the Unite move now stuns half a second longer. Eject button on Greedent is pretty good, just for Unite moving into eject button to the backline. Now having a half a second longer stun. I mean, that sounds pretty scary, but I guess the biggest buff is this, unless, the animation is very, very fast now. Again, we're gonna try this on Thursday. Until then, we have no idea. Until I can go into try mode and see how fast these things really are. So, Gotta wait until Thursday. And yeah, but this sounds very good, of course. Bullet Seed always annoying that it gets stunned by CC, and if it now always goes out, even if you're stunned. That is pretty good sounding. Maybe a bit too strong, not gonna lie. Then we have Sylveon, of course, for the Fairy Festival, still Sylveon buff. As we have more HP, a bit more, not much. We have a Draining Kiss, move speed reduction from... Okay, that also doesn't matter, right? I mean, barely. From 30% to 35. Okay, whatever, man. And then Mystical Fire, getting a buff though. Okay. 12% damage increase on subsequent hits on Sylveon. And you know what I'm seeing next right here? Is that Mew getting a buff? Oh man, it's actually Mew getting a buff. Mew is getting a buff. Electro Ball, I mean, Mew deserves a buff. The problem is that like Mews who are good are still good at Mew. But the average player is very bad at Mew, and it's very hard to get something done on this Pokemon. For anyone that doesn't just sweat out of their... Yeah, you know what. It's very difficult to make Mew work. Base damage, and I wouldn't say it's even a skill issue. Mew is literally just licking a bit of damage though. But I mean, I guess it's a skill issue if the very good players can still make it work. But yeah. Base damage, 5% increase on Electro Ball. Also through Light Screen, and also bonus damage from 9% of lost HP to 9.5. So just yeah, just good damage increase. Solar Beam also getting a 5% damage increase, also through Light Screen. Just and Surf also 5% damage increase. Okay, they're being very careful though, that's nice. Like a 5% damage increase on everything. Just see how that does. I think that is fair. Because Mew was just literally licking a bit of damage. So that could be a nice change. I mean, I would like to play Mew again, honestly, but playing Mew in solo queue is absolute pain. Because if you just fall a bit behind, you don't have a lane partner that gets you ahead. It's so terrible to farm experience on Mew and come back into the game. It is very, very difficult. Umbreon getting a buff and a nerf at the same time. First time we see this error, I feel like. Umbreon getting more defense, more special defense. Foul Play is getting a damage decrease though, and also Unite move. Doesn't fully absorb shields anymore. That's a good thing. Because I mean, it was way too broken, right? That's a very good nerf. I don't mind them making Umbreon a bit tankier then, if they remove the entire shield absorption. That is very good. Yeah, against shields dependent Pokemon limiting draft variety. It's true, like you just pick Umbreon and suddenly you can't pick Wiggly, you can't pick Trussel. So many Pokemon you suddenly can't pick because of the shield. And honestly, good change, good nerf. Happy about it. Happy about it. Still, getting some of the shields is good. Just to have like some sort of counterplay to shields. But Umbreon getting 100% of it. It never made sense. It never made sense. It was way too strong, right? Then we have Suicune. Ability pressure, freeze... They're finally nerfing this freeze duration. I've been saying they should just nerf the freeze duration. Nothing else matters. Damage is fine. Cooldowns, I mean, they're a bit low, but still, just... This is something they should have nerfed. So finally we have some sort of nerf to its CC duration. That is good. Whirlpool also less move speed, and Ice Beam again also half a second higher cooldown. Suicune still one of the best Pokemon in the game. Absolutely frustrating to play against as it stuns you for so long. And I'm glad they nerfed it again. I'm glad. Void Tackle? Oh, Void Tackle is also getting a nerf. Void Tackle had high damage along with strong hindrance effects. So the damage was nerfed. No, nerf the duration of it. Nerf the duration. Who cares about Void Tackle damage? No one picks Void Tackle for damage. But I mean, that's at least something, I guess. Please, just nerf its stun duration too, or make it higher cooldown, or remove the move speed again from it. I hate playing against Void Tackle. But at least Suicune and Pikachu getting some nerfs. Then we have Hooper, who's getting a Trick nerf. Okay. And also Shadow Ball getting a damage decrease. Hooper's high win rate when combining Trick and Shadow Ball has led to adjustments to both. Hooper's high win rate with Trick and Shadow Ball? Wait. Let me, 1 second. High win rate on Trick and Shadow Ball? I literally never see anyone play that. Never ever. High win rate on Trick and Shadow Ball? What high win rate on Trick? Wait, what stats do they have? What high win rate on Trick and Shadow Ball? No one plays that. No one plays this. No one plays this. Okay, sure, whatever. Maybe they have some other information. Maybe it's OP in like Expert or something. I have no idea. No one plays that over Phantom Force usually, so. Then we continue Psyduck getting the 2000s nerf, which it still deserves. Because Psyduck is terrible to play against. Psychic stun duration, nerfed by 0.4 seconds, good. Surf also getting half a second more cooldown. And yeah, I mean, this Pokemon is ridiculous. They keep nerfing it, and it's still one of the top 3 Pokemon or 5, even in solo queue. So, Psyduck is just criminal. So yeah, happy about this. Nerfing some of the very annoying Pokemon like Suicune, Pikachu, Psyduck. Mewtwo X, Mewtwo Y also getting a nerf, both at the same time. Psystrike now has 0.4 seconds less stun on Psystrike. Sure, why not? Wish they would maybe buff something else though, make them more I still wish they would just rework these two into something else, honestly. Just be like, yeah, we messed up with these 2 Pokemon. Let's just make them something else. That'd be nice, but of course that's not gonna happen. But I really want them to just make them something fun and exciting. Like, it really gets the Mewtwo feeling going, which these 2 don't have. These 2 don't feel like I'm playing Mewtwo. Yeah. Snorlax getting a nerf, interesting. Sleep duration nerfed by half a second, sure. I mean, it is a long stun duration. It's pretty good for pro play. Doesn't really matter in ranked. So yeah. In Italian getting a adjustment to snipe shot. The camera now zooms out while aiming, make it easier to track the battlefield while sniping. Okay. And then Emulate Coin getting a nerf, that's already a thing. And I think I messed something up here, actually. Right here. In United Battles, if there's a significant level gap between teams, the training team usually receives more experience points to prevent one-sided games. However, this bonus was being exploited in the earliest stage of the game, when no team had actually fallen behind, leading to more experience being gained than intended. This adjustment disables the bonus experience for the first minute to ensure fairer early game balance. Okay. The training usually receives more experience points to prevent one-sided games. Yeah, there's already comeback experience in early game, which you can notice when you do jungle clearing, for example. You always know, like, you saw me clearing Xatu at 45, right? Because if the enemy jungler clears the Xatu first, the other jungler who kills the Xatu second gets more experience. So I think that's what this is about. I think. Makes sense, right? And we'll see. Maybe it also makes level 1 invading more difficult, because if you like not steal now, I mean, who knows? We'll see how that impacts the game. But anyways, let me know in the comments how you would rate this patch. Honestly, I think it's a solid patch. I would give it like a 6 to 7 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Not bad. Actually, I like this patch. This should be fun. I'm worried, of course, for Greedent. This is fun. This could be interesting. This is fun. This could be interesting. Lucario, I mean, is a fun Pokemon, but might be rough. Nerfing some of the annoying Pokemon. I do like it. Solid patch. Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!